remember in the early days we'd explore different ideas or styles that we wanted it to be, and we'd always know whether or not it was a river song pretty quick, you know. As Rich kind of said, we're all songwriters, but we've all got a different identity as songwriters, and it's really nice for me personally to be in a band. Like, I never wrote lyrics, but in Eden I started writing for the first time, and everyone was so open to that, and they still are now, you know. And if someone brings an idea, we'll explore it, we'll let it grow in the room, and then, you know, if someone wants to write the lyrics, we're all good. But ultimately, I think we want whatever's best for the song, and we're all really respectful of that as well. You know, give each other the room to explore that as much as it needs until we get the outcome that we all feel is the best portrayal of what started.
On the flip side of that as well, if there is an idea that just isn't working, we're also quite open and receptive with each other and supportive of each other in saying, I'm not feeling that. I don't think that, because you can spend hours in a room trying to work on an idea that ultimately is going to go nowhere. Whereas if the vibe isn't there from the get-go, if there isn't a reaction, not immediately, but within the first sort of, there isn't something there like a lyric or a riff or a bass line or something that isn't there straight away, then sometimes you can find yourself pushing to try and force something that then it isn't a river song at that point, because you're trying to force it in a direction that maybe it's not supposed to be going in.
Often the great songs as well come together so easily. They just fall together. Like you were saying with Pray, you know, you had this song, you went in, your first practice, probably the first real, your instinctive solo that you instinctively put down there is still the one you play now. Those kind of songs where they just come together so easily often turn out to be the best one.
I think one of the interesting process that we've done with this album, Force Nature, is obviously with Rich coming into the band, and the first time we've really written with Rich is we take some songs that Rich would have from years gone by and kind of make them river songs, you know, and I really enjoyed that process because Rich would trust me with that, you know, and I'd kind of, you know, rip them apart and, you know, I called it something the other day, like Rivify it. And I really enjoyed that, and it was nice that you were so open to that as well. You know?
Well, you know, two of the biggest parts of These Wicked Rivers is Aaron's guitar work and John's vocals. So if you put a song to them, as soon as John sings it, it adopts that Rivers flavour. But then when Aaron then rewrites the guitar work under his style, then before you know it, it's got that Rivers flavour.